Oh, I'm always thinking, bruh. I'm always coming up with ideas. And one time, I said to my storytelling professor, I was like, I have like 90 ideas in my head at all times. And he goes, that must be exhausting. And I was immediately just like, so anytime he got on my nerves, I would pull out Tumblr and then I'd be like, oh my god, my professor just did this. I can't fucking believe it. And then I would post it on Tumblr and I just wouldn't say anything about it in class. I'd just shove it down because if I would show any form of emotion, they'd be like, calm down. It's 10 in the morning, calm down. And I'm just like, I'm not. I'm just living my life. These are the emotions I'm having at 10 in the morning. It's not my fault that I have some spark, flair, eccentricity. When we're in a storytelling troupe, literally the whole thing is like, he's like, yeah, we're a collection of weirdos. And I was literally just like, this shit is too normal for me. And he said that was the first time he ever heard that. I was like, I want to get weird with it. And I kept saying, let me take this shit over. Let me take this shit over. I have such a distinct visual thing. I was gonna literally make it like, my videos, how everything is purposeful, colors, lighting, music, blah blah blah, all that shit. I wasn't just gonna bring that for my show. I was gonna be like, let's do this for the whole showcase. Except it's tailored personally to each person's story. Except I'm like, I will do the art for this. You just have to give me creative control. You can say your ideas, but I am the artist. I am the one making it, so I will be making the creative decisions. And I said the two things that pissed me off were my voice being ignored and minimalism. And then he did both of those, saying that he wanted the promos to be white and denim. When he said that in class, I erupted. I went, no, 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 not minimalism. I hate minimalism. And he told me to calm down. And I'm like, I don't even let Dan and Phil get away with this shit. And we know how much I love Dan and Phil. They are my long lost Empreg fathers. But when I watch their gaming videos, and there's a white wall in the background with like maybe one or two things on there, I'm literally just like, I see what they're doing. Like, they do have color in there, but it's those lights are so small. When I hate minimalism, I hate blank white walls. It's not hard. It's not hard to just have some color. Why not be blue? Blue double T double die, double T double do, double T double die. Forgot exactly where I was. My story. I call him Parrot. Um, those who follow me on Tumblr and actually see my posts, because there's those who follow me specifically for fandom, but if you follow me and you listen to me talk about my real life, then you know who Parrot is. Bitch that pissed me off. And I have so many videos about it, but I don't know if you've noticed this, but I say whatever I want to at all times, and I tend to switch topics a lot, and tend to be disjointed with a lack of transition. So I'm not gonna go looking through that and find every single time I talked about this. Someone else can. Yeah, that's right. When I post things on Tumblr, I tag things. So if you wanted to go looking and finding anything about this, you gotta go on Tumblr. And then a lot of my YouTube videos are posted to Tumblr, but then organized with tags. So you could have it to where you're searching in a tag and you only look at videos, because I get it. Some of you people don't feel like reading. But you should consider reading some of my Tumblr posts. I'm fucking hilarious. If you think what I'm saying is insane, here. Bro. when I'm on Tumblr, I get to have emoticons and text art, and I get to get really weird with it, and also rather poetic. See, my videos are works of visual art. They're like paintings. You could take a the goal is to where you could take a screenshot and it looks like, if it not is a painting, could very easily inspire one. And just in general, if I were to inspire people, that would be pretty dandy. I'd be like, oh, shucks, guys, for me. Oh, you really should have. Thank you. This is awesome. And then we're just like, yeah, woo. I'm gonna go to Portland. Let's see. I'm gonna... Portland Polycule. Okay. If you know what I'm talking about, that's like the toxic version of my dream, which is, I talk about this all the time on Tumblr. Well, when I say all the time, I mean it's like in my regular rotation. Like, I would say the only things I say all the time, are Destiel OTP, Kirksbach OG Empreg, Fermit Guram, I'm Dan and Phil's long-lost Empreg child, Split Level House, Howell Lester. See, it's Howell Lester because it's Dan and Phil, Fappa and Fatty, and Phil gets the F in front of everything for Fanglish, which is when you put a PH to replace things, to make it fanified, while Dan and Phil Ease is their language that is their nonsense to each other. I have a language. Yeah, I'm at least bilingual. Glumany glorbop neeba. Gleep gleep glumany glorbop. Gleeba gleeba neep norp neeba neep. Glumany globity glorpeep. Glormany glop gleep. Glaman gleep glorp. Glamany glorp. Glumany borp. Glumany borp. Glumany bop. Glumany borp bop neebop. Glumany. Glumany borbop, nip glep, glemony glorbop, glip glip, glomany glorpnap, gliba norpap, glip za 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 zorpnap. I'll also go to Denver. Denver first. I'm getting my tickets paid, my plane tickets paid for with airline miles. I love freeloading. And I'm just gonna do that for the rest of my life. Cause I'm doing art. It's just everybody is letting me freeload because this is what they get in return. See, that's the one thing that I can guarantee to you. I will never sell out. If I were to sell out genuinely, I would probably it would be that, like, gun to my head. Because, like, I gotta save my life, because if I die, I can't make any more art. So you gotta understand, if some shit is happening that you know isn't me, it's gun to my head, and I'm trying to escape. And I will. And I'll get away. Just like how Sterling Archer always gets away, except I'm not an asshole. I'm just actually that awesome. Because instead of an alcoholic, I just, partake in a bohemian lifestyle. I've just been trapped in a room, so I haven't really been living the drifter part of my 20th century bohemian dream, La Boheme. And sometimes it's even stuff like this. People go, "You're an insane person. The fuck do you mean bohemian? That's an alien language." Like, no. It originates from French, which was the term for the Romani travelers at the time. And then it also just encapsulates the... Fucking read the Wikipedia page. That's what I'm trying to recite right now, bruh. Wanna know how I know so many things? It's because I read Wikipedia pages. Like, some people will be like, "Oh my gosh, my boyfriend is so crazy. He's reading the Wikipedia page for forks." And I'm like, yeah. I'm reading... What was the last... Can I look? I think I have a Wikipedia account. Would I be able to see my history? Oh, the last thing I looked up on Wikipedia was the Borzoi. I fucking love those dogs. They're the ones with the long nose, and I was obsessed with them far years before the let me do it for you meme. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. One day I'll have a Borzoi. It will be my elegant companion. Imagine like a white... I can't get into this right now. Let me just say, Borzoi and the Indian peafowl, we are going to have our paths cross many times. Hence, seeing if I can go Wikipedia history. Yeah, I don't think I can. Oh, well. I mean, there's probably a way, but I don't feel like finding it. So yeah, the last thing I looked up on was Borzoi. It's more so... I look up random things on Wikipedia, but it's not like I sit down to take time to read things on Wikipedia. I just see something and I'm like, what is that? And then I look it up on Wikipedia. I'm just curious, brain, and I remember things. In high school, I was often compared to Spencer Reid. Except people bullied me because I wasn't normal enough. I wasn't tall enough. I wasn't man enough. I was just some weird queer who's also insane. But I love being an insane person. It is awesome. And I have an idea that whenever I am traveling, I'm going to have a sign, and it's $5 to talk to me. And I'm not going to post about it. I'm just going to show up on places. And people are allowed to post about it. There's no way that if people were to see this, they wouldn't be like, "Oh my gosh, can I post this on TikTok?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And technically I have a TikTok, but I don't use it anymore because fuck that shit. And then actually, by sharing me on TikTok, they are spreading my influence. And when people get to the source material, when they get to actual Splitlevel House and not just me goofing around outside, they will realize TikTok sucks and they want to join me on Tumblr. But then don't tell the normies. Don't tell the normies. So that's why I'm such an insane person. Ah! To scare them off. I get called a schizo, so then we can speak in private. And I am an insane person, and technically all of this is a elaborate performance art. So you can't do shit about it, even if you disagree with me.